Stephanie,
so
I told
rude.
you not to start the podcast
No.
until my husband brought me my beverage.
She's literally so fucking crazy right now. I have to record it so everybody knows. Everybody can hear all of this. Kenny getting yelled at all night.
You want everyone to
I'm
know that
calling HR.
I'm favored by the producer because he won't even bring you a drink.
It's so annoying. I'm like, where's my, like, I can barely speak right now. My throat is so dry. I'm like trying to remember if I even have a single note or like what they mean. She's beckoning beverages,
I don't
yelling at people.
I don't even know if he's bringing me one. You know, I live in a.
The joke is he doesn't.
I'm
The
like,
joke is he comes
how?
here.
Oh my God. Oh, there he is.
I just all of a sudden,
You put it in a cup.
oh my
I love you.
God. Now okay, at least it looks like water because I was like, if you were going to be holding your trash can again without me,
I
it was
love
going to
you.
be, it was
And
going to be my
now
feelings.
a word from our aquatic sponsors last week, the band.
And we're just
Look,
waiting for them to bring me a soda, is all.
I'm just waiting for them to bring me a cheesy festa potato.
Ugh, I'm all over the
So
place right now.
I really believe in my under eye serum that I've been using.
Oh my God.
Honestly, because I have cried. I don't even know how many times.
Is this what the little kids are doing now? I feel like I'm doing it wrong.
They're doing, I still don't know what this emoji means. Does it mean you're this fucking big? Like, because that's what I want it to mean. Like, I want to be like, shut up, mean man.
How close are you to losing it? It's just, yeah, there.
Yeah,
Right
I'm
about
this. But I have cried a multitude of times. and
humble brag.
and honestly, I look light. I look
Yeah, you don't look like you've been sobbing.
rested. I sleep with a fucking suction cup on my forehead and I rub, I don't know what, really close to my retina every day. And I'm gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. She's aging backwards, Benjamin Button style.
And if you're just tuning in, Rudy's, that's where we're starting.
Yeah.
And you
I
said a
love
good
that.
thing. You said a good thing for me to segue into because I have a question for you. So
Okay.
we did this emoji.
I don't know if I have any answers. I do
don't
need a
even know.
manicure. I need a
cold.
manicure. I should paint my nails.
I'm
You can paint my
cold,
nails with that
and
one day.
I'm hypermobile.
Stop bragging, Miss No Bags.
But yeah, I'm freeze. Yeah, my skin just jumped back into place. So, but yeah, so
bags are more noticeable without glasses. Thank God I have a eye appointment coming up. It's only about the cuteness for me. Like I've been not able to see for a while, but I'm like my eyes would probably look younger behind some lenses.
Honestly, that's probably why people mistake me for being in my 20s because I have these
Fingers
big
crossed.
these big Coke bottles on all the time. They're like, is she a baby?
She's middle schooler. Do you
like
have braces,
zooms
little
in.
girl?
It stretches everything out and makes it look youthful.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's why I'm going to see an eye doctor finally.
I love that. You're gonna look like you're 15. But back to the little annoyed pincher finger.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I have a question for you because a lot of the kids on the internet are saying that they are crashing out, right? That you crash out.
They don't even
So
know.
I personally am more of like, I always say that I'm gonna flip out. Like I have, you know how you realize that you say things?
Yeah.
Your kids fucking start to say them.
Of
That's how
course.
you know that you say things too
Yes.
often. Like the way that my 3-year-old says the F word.
Yeah, of course.
working
Like
on
casually.
We're working on it.
And endearingly, some would hope.
So my kids both say that they're gonna flip out, like when they're either excited or like when you're
Yes.
really mad or like when you're just losing it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you flip? Are you a flipper or are you a crasher?
Both. I am like it depends on the situation, like the time of day. Am I in my luteal phase? Like there's so much that goes into it. When I freak out, like I've heard Nora say that, like I'm gonna freak out, like something like that she's heard from me. She usually says, don't get stressed out. And I'm like, oh. So I definitely can flip out and I can crash out. I think crash out for me is when I start to reel internally. Like
So I
I
was
don't
gonna say,
necessarily outward, you know?
Are these the same thing? Am I old? Like I don't even really know because it's
Not for
crashing
me.
out. Is crashing out just like you've given up?
Yeah,
You're
I
like,
think crash out, like, literally, like, I'm turned off, like, I'm done, like, I'm just, like, you know that emoji that's melting, that's half
yes,
melted? That's me at
I'm
the end of a
always
crash out.
him.
If I'm flipping out, like, smoke out of my ears, like,
Yeah,
I'm outward, like, if I'm flipping out, I'm very outward. If I'm crashing out, like, I might look okay, you would never know.
I think I'm
There will
crashing
be
out right now
signs,
then.
there will be signs, but you will never know for sure.
Yeah, it's just one of those little phrases that I haven't worked into my everyday agenda because
You
I
know
feel
when
like there's certain ones that I'm like, "Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna
But do
put
you know
that."
when you have to say one for the first time and you have to be like, "I hope I'm doing it right." You're like, "Ugh."
That was era for me. Like when people are like, "I'm in my mom," like I still can't say it. I can't say I'm in my mom era. Like I'm not.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure I'll ever enter my mother's era, but I think it came
I'm
naturally for
working on
me
it.
a la Taylor Swift. It felt very, like
That
she
feels
made it
fair.
what it was. But no, I feel very awkward. Like I'll read the new things and I'm like, what does it mean? What does it mean? And then I'll use it. And the person that always calls me out on using those words is obviously my husband. Like, what did you just say?
Yeah, because
What are
we
you, a
are
Gen Z?
we are internally. I know you and your husband are twins, but we are internally much younger than our husbands.
Yes.
They could be our
Oh,
father.
I just said my literally that's my dad. Like he's up sleeping right now. He's
Yes.
in bed.
Yes. So I feel like we always are going to bring like the new verbiage to the table first.
Cause we're just a couple of girls. Like I always wonder where that line is where you lose the self-awareness of like, I'm like, no, I'm like not that far off. Like
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm like a teenager, but I feel like I'm someone that I would hope isn't so painful to be around to like my cool niece and nephew who are in their like teens. Like I hope like I'm not like
Yeah.
embarrassing, but I'm also aware that like I know that I'm like a mom. And you don't have to
Yeah.
have kids to be a mom. Like you could just be like a mom.
Yeah. You can be in your mom era and have no kids
And you can have so many children. Not never heard of it. Never
and
been
be
there.
looking for a different era to be in.
I
That's
think
the
I'm giving
thing.
advice right now and I have no business. I have
That's
no
the thing with
business.
the whole like era comment is that like people took it too far. They're like in my cuz I'm a nurse. So like the advertisements for
In my
corny nurse
appendectomy
wear.
era,
Yeah, in my ICU era, you're like, "Are you? Should you be?"
in
I
my
don't
tibial
know.
plateau fracture era with ACL joint effusion or something, you can't put it on everything,
Yeah, not gonna
but you
scream.
can. Or
It's
you
not gonna
could.
go through the cricket well.
No. It's too big.
It all
It's
comes out in the
too
cricket.
expensive. It's too expensive.
But to pivot into that, I watched the Emmys. Did you watch the Emmys?
No, I didn't, which is like so crazy for you to be more up in the know than me. But honestly, let's role play. I'll be Lauren. You tell me what happened in the pop culture, and
Alright.
I'll just react blindly to it and
I'm
pretend I know.
alright. I'm Stephanie. I can take in multiple levels of media and answer my text messages. La da 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 da. Okay. That's
Literally,
my
that
best.
was so sweet. Someone
So
said the meanest thing you could ever say about me this week. They compare me to the government.
that
I'm
was
not
so
gonna.
mean.
I'm not gonna go there right now because
Don't
I'm
even
definitely.
give that person a room on our
I don't
platform. We're
want
not
to
gonna
give
talk
them.
about the
No,
government.
but that
I'm
was
not
nice.
access
That
cable,
was
okay?
nice.
I'm not public access. I'm not gonna talk
No.
about the government. So yeah,
God.
so here I am. I'm Stephanie and I'm at home watching TV live.
Listening to
Like the
podcasts,
rich people.
chit-chatting.
I had Ryan Seacrest over to watch
It's so
it's the
rude.
Emmys. I'm like, are we even talking about the Emmys? Yes.
Emmys is
So
TV shows?
mhm. And this
Okay.
is the thing is that like nothing is on cable, right? So
Right.
host was this very awkward gentleman. I don't even know his name, but he's like a comedian. He had a Netflix special, and one of the jokes he made really landed. He was like, "This is the stuff you've been watching all year." And then he was like, "Probably not. You've just probably been watching like 10-second video." Like he was just saying like nobody is even like taking in television the same way anymore with
No,
him.
you're, like, binging it or you're not looking at it.
And honestly, he did a mediocre job. And this is the part that I love about award shows now. I feel like when we watched award shows, it was the peak of award shows, right? Like it was just like
Like
such big,
Christina coming out and like dissing Eminem, like in the middle of like the
iconic.
VMAs, like with her like midriff like 2 inches below her hip line, like that. You can't get that anymore in this
Now
era.
there's like this stale, like
Now
nobody
they're
can
like,
pay me enough to do this. I
thank
just
you.
the lines. I'm reading off of a teleprompter. Like I
Yeah.
can
No
host
one's
the Emmys
acting
next
out
year.
anymore.
Yeah, me and Steph will host the Emmys next year. Me and
If
Lauren.
they let us host it, like a young Amy Poehler, meets Tina Fey, something like that, like they fucking would love it.
Based off of the talent of the announcer, what are they called? What are they? The people that give the awards and the hosts,
They here to present.
presenters. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could literally probably write a strongly worded AI assisted letter and get the job.
I know that much
It's
for
in our
sure.
pocket.
Consider this our application formally.
Yeah, honestly, if Chat AI Anna could just write this down, put it in a letter, and send it to Paramount Plus, I think.
What
I
show
don't even
do you want to
know.
go on? The VMAs, maybe?
We'd be great for the VMA. I
The
feel like the
VMAs is the
VMAs.
right amount of trashy. Like, I don't think I'm Grammys, but I
Yeah.
think like a VMAs,
And
yeah.
don't punish me with the Kids' Choice Awards, like
No, I don't
don't.
want to. I'm
I'm
not here
not
to
a
get
mom.
slimed. I'm not here to get slimed.
Yeah. I don't want to look hot and get slimed.
I don't. I
So
don't.
back to the Emmys.
Yes.
It was just like something that I was watching in the background. I was doing
Yeah.
like a midnight project. But one show, my show, kept winning awards. And it was The Pit.
You are such
And
a Steph lately. She's like, please watch this show, Stephanie. I love you. You're nice.
watch the show. I'm like, I'll
Thank
give
you.
you my fucking HBO Max
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck
Like
it's called.
anything.
You rich cable lady. I'm like, can you give me your cable? No, you can't. This is really one-way street here. Watch the
They
fucking
will
Pit.
not let you share the real
So
cable.
watch the fucking Pit, Rudies, okay? Because this man, Noah Weil, okay, and for
Okay.
our seasoned Rudies, you know him from the show ER, okay? This
Okay.
man,
I've never seen that either. Hold on.
that's
The
an
Pit.
old show. Okay, this show won so many big awards. So it beat out Severance, White Lotus, and that show Ander, which I haven't watched, but apparently is worth watching.
There's always a show that no one's heard of, and they're like, it was the best show of the year. You're like, said who? Name one
So-
person.
The Pit won the best drama. And then Noah, I don't know if it's Weil or like, I don't know how you
Yes,
say his
Noah.
last
It
name.
says it looks like Weil
Weil.
or Wiley. Ooh, how
Yeah.
fun!
So he won. He won an award and he got up there and he fucking dedicated it. Best drama series to first responders and healthcare workers. He said if you were going on shift or going off shift, that was for you. And that man, this is my most excited part, was wearing a tuxedo fashioned by Figs Scrubs.
Stop it, the man of your dreams.
It was
The
just
man
like-
of your dream
And
sponsorship.
honestly, I'm feeling a little underappreciated these days. It happens. Healthcare is not for, the
It's not just
commended.
for the cute outfits, apparently.
And this man wore a cute outfit done by, our highest hospital designer.
Yeah.
And he won it, and his mom's a nurse, which I also think is like really cool.
That's
so he
really
always
cool.
brings it back. And then the nurse in the show, which I don't know her name, I should, but I only wrote
Is
down
she blonde?
She's blonde.
Catherine
She-
Lanasa.
She won Best Supporting Actress in a
Oh.
drama. And like her part is just like this show, like I keep stressing it to you because like we all love Grey's Anatomy. We were all fucking
It's a
brought
comfort
up
show.
on General Hospital. We saw Sunny fucking make out with somebody in a hospital closet. We all did. And we on like daytime television.
Yeah,
5
with
days
our
a week.
moms. With our moms.
And I transitioned into saying, okay, I like Grey's Anatomy. Like
Mhm.
once in a while somebody's like intubated with a nasal cannula and you say that's not
That's
right,
okay. You're like, that's okay.
But the meat and potatoes was good for like what, 28
Yeah.
seasons before they got weird?
At least. I saw a preview today and it was like, who's gonna make it? And it's like Meredith. I'm like, how is she still
It's like Meredith and
fighting for
Derek's
her
daughter
life?
is the
How is she
intern.
still fighting for her life? Like literally, what's the girl's name? It began with a Z.
Oh,
She's like she's
not Zula. Zula? Zola?
something like that.
She's like they got her a job in the cafeteria.
100%.
Like she's a good girl. She's just trying to get
Zola,
through
yes.
Zola. She's just trying to
Yes.
get through high school, We got her cleaning up trays.
I and then someone
But
crashes through the cafeteria.
But as I have grown, there is the pit, and the pit to me, like, I mean, I work in trauma. I do not work in the ER, thank God, But I see traumas roll out in that setting, and there has
Mhm.
never been a show that I have felt more like the hairs
Real.
on my arms stand up. Like sometimes I can
Mm.
only watch an episode because I'm like, that was, like
You
I
think
just
I'm
got off
strong enough?
I think you're strong
I
enough.
do have
See?
an odd thing for that genre,
I think this is your
honestly.
first nursing job.
Th
Is
This is
watching
my
The Pit.
internship.
And
This is my internship.
they're doing season 2, and I feel like Noah Weil, like once you see him as a doctor, you're gonna be like, that's hot. I like that.
Okay, okay, okay.
And it's just like a really good show. And I feel as though they deserve their accolades, and they took their accolades and put it in a manner that was meaningful
Mhm.
and like supportive of the healthcare community.
I love that. That's
So
cool.
I love I loved it, and I feel like nobody should watch the Emmys. That was
Yeah, I just Googled who won because I'm like, at this point, I've seen the Emmys through Lauren's eyes, which is like how I'd want to see it. I feel like that's how you felt about me reading the ACOTAR series twice. You're like, I love it for you through you, you
I
know?
also say that Ben Stiller seemed a little on edge. Like there was a couple of times where they were like, how they always like make a bad
Show
joke.
everybody.
Yeah, and you know how like they pick a few people to show a lot.
Yes. Was he one
Like
of them?
he was one of them, and he just seemed kind of like he was all set.
Oh, the tea. He was upset
He seemed like he was
because
severed in. He was
I was
severed out.
it was his out. It was his innie. I was just looking up to see who won, and I did see that Tremel Tillman, he
Yeah.
won supporting actor, and then Britt Lauer, LER, Helena Egan won lead
Yeah.
actress in a drama series, which obviously obsessed with.
And Tremel thanked his mama, which as a mama.
We love a mama's boy. As a mother of a boy, I see how we get there. Boy moms, I see how we got there.
And I always make a joke that like Lennon's gonna have me at like her Tony's table, like I'm just gonna have my tab open and be like, my daughter's nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
Keep the Shirley Temples coming.
Yeah. Make every other dirty, switch it up, And then I'll go and
100%.
visit Alaska in prison and I'll say, did you see your sister
You see,
on the
you get
Tonys?
cable in here.
Did they let you have calf time to watch your sister on the Tonys?
She's like, no, I chose yard time. I can't.
No, maybe they'll both be
No.
at the Tonys.
Maybe they will. Honestly, she would be a method actor. Like I could see Lasky really embracing a role. It's so funny because
I could see Lasky really thriving in a lab. I
She's-
don't know what the intentions of the lab will be, but she'll be brilliant.
well, you see her when she's in my yard. We got our kids together for a short amount of time where they decided to fucking show every sense they could activate in each other at once. And Lasky makes
was
it clear
awful.
she does not want Lukey in her space. That's her where
Yes.
she's at right now. And they go through phases and waves, but she is firmly there,
She's like an anti-advocate for Lucy.
She's like pro exclusion right now. She's like, get him out of here. And I'm like, why?
You want to treat him like everybody else? Get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah, she's being so crazy. But then get this. So today, your husband comes into theater with Lasky, and I'm sitting there. She has to like calibrate to the fact that I'm at theater because it's a different, it's not my home where she usually sees me. So she's like, oh, and then she realizes it's me. She's sitting on my lap and she immediately grabs my phone. And I'm like, she's just going to lock me out of my phone. I know this game.
Only let her
So
do it for 5 minutes.
I let her open it up and she's just scrolling through my pictures. I'm like, honestly, go for it. And she's looking and she's stopping at all these pictures of Lukey and she's like, oh, Lukey, is that Lukey? Like, she's
So
so
this
happy
is what
to
I was
see
gonna
him.
say is that when she is not with Lukey,
She loves him.
she very much likes to talk about her friends and what she's gonna
Yes.
do and who she loves and who she does not love and who she does not want to see, which is always very rude. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. But
And she'll say it right to your face.
Lukey, Nora, and Luca are always on her list of people that she wants to see photos of and wants to see when she's not with them.
When she's not with them.
But when she's with Lukey, I feel as though there is this greater existence between the two of them
Some
that
kind of
she
beef.
understands him more than we do.
And she's not having
And
it.
they have real beef. Like they have
They
beef
have
like little friends
something.
would. Like
It's something primal between the two of them because, like, the second she gets annoyed with him, he'll just, like, hop around her, like, smirking, like, yeah, I hope you
But
are annoyed.
remember like wanting to go to your cousin's house to piss
Until
off your
you got
cousin?
there. Until you, yes.
You're like, you know
Of
what I'm gonna
course.
do? I'm like, see all of these Lion King figurines. I'm gonna knock them over. Like I
100%.
remember doing that, and I feel like that's what they're doing to each other in
They
a
do.
very loving way. So
Yeah.
although she can be so anti Lukey, I also think the other underlying thing that they do to each other is that they love the other one's mom.
To steal the other one's mother is their
The
it's
other
their
mother.
the other mother, it's their checkmate, like, that's when they really move it, they
They
move the
literally
needle.
was that yesterday? That felt like
It
a
was
thousand
it could
years
have
ago.
been, it was a yesteryear from tomorrow.
It wasn't today.
It wasn't today, probably.
Yesteryear, we
One yesteryear
we were
ago.
sitting on two opposite ends of the blanket,
Yeah,
and
the
your
same
son
blanket.
came and sat in my lap and wrapped his little arms around my neck, and my daughter locked eyes with him and sat in your lap and just like
Yeah.
ate one of his pretzels, I think, to
It's like
assert
it's
dominance.
so but that's the thing, like, their language is so straightforward because everything that they do, although, like, words are not being exchanged, it's very intentional, and it's so funny for me to watch because I don't get to see Lukey really engage at school, obviously, I'm not there, but he's a pretty popular guy there, he's the cool kid at school. And Lasky's like, "You're my cousin." Like, she's like, "You're just Lukey. Like, don't even think I'm gonna put you on a pedestal just because everybody else does." She has her
And
very
that's
strong opinions.
That's where I feel like they have that underlying Rugrats, backstory where there's something going on behind the scenes. I mean, when the adults, when Mr. and Mrs. Pickles were looking at those babies, they weren't seeing all of the adventures we were, they
Not
weren't seeing
one person
everything,
noticed the Phillips head. It's just always in Tommy's
which
diaper.
you feel like would have, interfered with his skin integrity.
Yeah.
But I do feel like they've just got something. Honestly, yeah, Lasky's always like, I do not want. Honestly, our whole hangout was just, I texted Steph afterwards and I was like, I don't know if I said anything to you, but if I did, I'm
No.
sorry. I'm sorry
I was
for
like,
what I
it
said
was
if I
very
made words.
nice to see your face
Our kids were
at
like,
my
I don't
house.
want to be outside, but I don't want to go inside, but I don't want to play, but
And this
I
now
don't
will
need to
be
rest.
I've lost track, but I will just say since my sister got married, Lauren and I still have not sat on my couch together. Like, it is just
I
not
know.
happened. I don't know if it's ever gonna happen. It's
We'll
just the
wait
way it
till
is.
we'll wait till the future. We'll wait a fortnight and then we
We'll wait
will.
a fortnight and a yes to hear.
But I have something to bring to the table about our older
Okay.
children.
All
Like,
right.
so I was dragged through the mud, okay, for a TikTok video that I posted a couple of weeks ago. Okay. Did
What'd
I
you
bring this
do?
up to you?
I don't think so.
So I posted a video, as a young up and coming wannabe influencer,
Yeah. I know.
of my small I know, I've heard of her.
I know.
Of my smaller child playing with, I don't know, like 6 out of 10 of the LeFou and
24
LeBoo.
carrots in the boo boo. No, okay, now I know where you are. Yes, okay. I know.
Okay, and I posted it with, like, a silly caption, like,
Yeah.
"While the mice are away."
Wait,
No, what is it?
while the cat's away, the mice will play, like, lighthearted.
Yeah. So then some I don't not a Rudy.
The police came out. Play the
They
Lil
put
Wayne.
their they put their lights on, they said, "Pull over." And I did.
Yeah.
And she got out, and she has some long username with numbers at the end, and she
Mhm.
said something along the lines of, "I was going to create a distrust." Now, my child is at school, okay? Which
Yeah.
I barely trust her going to school. Like,
Yeah.
I have such an issue with that, so I
You know
sent her
what
to
this
school.
is? My trust. My trust that I possess in my body to
And
distribute to
I'm
people.
trying to make her room super cutesy for when she gets home. And
Yes.
I have this thing that I made 5 years after I made the first thing. So public school
They have
doesn't
to
want this
come.
one yet. So I have to stay home with this one sometimes. So we're making a bed and she gets into something and I say, "Oh, it's cute for right now." This woman accused me of putting trauma and distrust onto my younger child. I
Yeah.
mean, my older child, because I'm allowing the younger child to just destroy her things.
To touch her sacred labubu.
And I'm here to take the stand.
Go ahead.
Here's
Say
my
your
gavel.
piece.
I just felt like, and I did say, I commented back and I said, I did not see it from this perspective because, like,
Mm.
you can't see everything from everywhere,
That's
like
fair.
I'm not a Google car, I'm not
Yeah.
Google Maps car. But I feel as though the example that I gave was not good enough to get views and likes. So it wasn't groundbreaking. And also, like, I have dished out hundreds, don't tell my husband, hundreds of dollars in small plastic demons, both real and fake, which I don't even know what that means, right? We
No.
made that up. What does
No,
it mean to have
exactly.
a fake
Nobody knows.
Labubu?
They all are fucking terrifying.
They're like, "Does it have enough teeth?" And I'm like, "How many teeth is it supposed to have?"
Exactly.
We have 8 through 10. I don't know. So I just felt like those were not things that needed to be coveted. But
Mm.
also, I felt as though I was giving my perspective because I really wanted to lay out. I wanted to get defensive. 2020, Lauren wanted to get her soapbox out and put it on top of this lady's soapbox and
Yeah,
have
sit
a
on her head.
and then crawl up
Yeah.
and be like, "I have something more touching to say," And
Yeah, you're like, "What about this?"
but I wanted her to think about, and I didn't even put this out there, but like I want to
Mm.
put it out there for the Rudies. Like I have such a like irrational relationship with like things
Sentiment.
and sentiment. So
You are sentimental.
I am so sentimental that like I could probably like talk myself into keeping old chopsticks from the right restaurant experience.
Yeah.
Like I have to like fight with myself and that is almost like an OCD of mine. Like you don't need this thing to like
Yes.
remember this thing. Nobody
Yes.
knows that those are your Nana's socks.
Mhm. But you feel, like, compelled.
They're in the back of my drawer.
Yeah, of
Like
course. Of
so
course.
I really like wanted to put it out there, but like then also felt like this is a fucking video about Labubus.
You were like, "This isn't the hill to die on," but also, like, fuck off.
But also like I'm trying to have this healthier relationship with items and I'm trying to also like let it runneth over to my children that like they don't have to like hoard their things. Like things are meant to be enjoyed.
Yes,
And then when you no longer enjoy them or you can't enjoy them, you can pass them on to somebody that does.
totally.
Because them sitting in your attic, as we know, via Toy
Mhm.
Story. If Toy Story taught us
Mhm.
anything, a toy doesn't want to sit in an attic.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
It will
They
literally
don't.
rip it all to not sit in the
Yeah.
attic.
Trust me. Trust
You
you
wanted to
me.
be played with, Andy. So I just felt like that's what I should have commented back and been like, have you learned nothing from Andy and Bonnie?
Were you even watching?
But I just felt like, am I wrong? Like, what's your take on this? Like, where do you stand?
Honestly, no, because I find that you and I, like, there are things, and I often worry about that because not so much because like Lasky was genuinely playing with her toys. It's not like she was tearing a poster off the wall. But Lukey oftentimes, like, he will very quickly, like, ruin something of Nora's because he's very sensory seeking. And I feel very guilty about that. And I worry about her feeling like her things because she'll just be like, it's okay. And I know I've seen Lennon do it before where they're older and they're understanding and they're like, it's okay. And you don't want
And
them to feel that way.
that is like my daughter has like little makeup palettes. Your daughter has them too. And like if I
Yeah.
saw Alaska, which I have seen
Digging
Alaska
in them. Lukey
clawing
as
into
well.
them, I
That boy
wouldn't
loves the eyeshadow palette.
have not made a lighthearted video of that because that's traumatic for
No.
everyone. And
But,
I
like, we
do
need to
like
put down our pitchforks. Like, I understand that there needs to be some sentiment and some, like, protection. But listen, we're both older siblings, and sometimes your kids play with your shit, your other kids'
yeah.
shit. And I don't think it needs to be that serious. Like, I don't think we need to be calling the therapist and calling the police. Like, I think
And
sometimes we're just trying to get by and get one thing done.
And we literally, like, we have a baby gate on my older daughter's door as a
Yeah.
defense, as a line of defense. But,
As
like,
the first line of defense.
as we know, walls do no good. Walls do no good at dividing.
These can
And
scale. These second models can scale a wall like you've never seen it.
they're well-trained monkeys because they have the dexterity to do that little parent lock if you just didn't get it
Yeah. Oh
ever
my
so
god.
right. I'm glad you
I
stand
swear to
here
God.
with me because I was like, first I was like, I'm a monster. And then I was like, fuck this bitch.
Literally,
Like,
like this is not
but then
the
I was
fucking
like,
hill to die on.
and I was like, that's not very feminist of me. Don't fuck this bitch. But like also like be nicer to me too. And know that
Yeah.
like you said, she's not destroying anything. I would
I
never do
just
that. And I'm not perfect. My daughter has
no.
scribbled on my other one's artwork, but
And
that's
I'm
not something I'm
totally, like,
celebrating.
open to, like, taking a look at myself and someone saying, like, respectfully, like, "Oh, did you ever think about it this way?" But I also don't think that we need to be so righteous that we're like, "How dare you let her play with her 5 Labubus that were sitting on a bed?" Like, who the fuck cares? It's a kid playing with a toy. There's a difference between disrespecting, like, there's things in the room that are just off limits, like, to
Yeah.
Lukey,
And it's
because it's
never gonna
Nora's.
be the fucking Labubus
It's
because
never gonna be the trash 5 cream Labubus that we have, you
so
know?
far the internet has told me they're demonic. They're like spy
They're
devices. Like
yeah, they're Chinese
break
spies.
them. Do it. I don't
Do
know.
it!
Like
How
maybe
else
we'll
are we
have
gonna find out? Put in the
maybe we'll have
microwave.
one less Labubu. Like, will that be so bad? Probably
Exact
not.
and would they even notice? Potentially not. Potentially
Yeah.
not.
So
Oh my god. Lauren, I had to be kind of like you already kind of know about this, but I like I have to come clean. This is my confession of the day.
she's
I
breaking free.
I went as like I lied straight up. So
To me?
no, never.
I
Never
was like,
to you. Never to you. No.
I'm like, this is the first I'm hearing that you lied to me.
Oh my god, no. So I'm on this like tour right now where I'm like a little sad, but I'm trying to like claim control over what I can in my life while I can. It's this very existential thing I'm doing right
I was
now.
gonna say, heard it existing.
It's my pre-op. It's my prep, okay? This is my
We're all doing it.
preparation.
We're all like, is Christmas coming?
Yeah. I'm like, I
Is
better
coming?
hurry up and get another tattoo. So I was like, okay, you know what? Lucas, for, I don't know, I think it was Mother's Day, got me a gift card to get a tattoo because he knew it was something I'd been wanting to do for a while. It was something I didn't want to like put money aside to do because obviously, like we talked about last week, like you're going to spend some monies on it, you know?
Yeah.
So he kind of put that aside, and I've just been sitting on it for a while. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be so spontaneous. And I got on a phone and I called the
I
place, and I was like,
know.
would you put a tattoo on me? And they were like, we would, we would do it. And I was like, okay, like then I'll come. And they were like, oh, and by the way, someone canceled tomorrow. Do you want to do that? And me and my like seize the day fucking attitude was like, fuck yeah. Like I was just feeling all amped up, I was like, yeah. And I didn't even truly know exactly what I was going to get yet, but that's besides the point, okay? I had one thing in mind that I've had in mind for a while. If you were a lucky enough human to grow up with me, then you have 100% met my Gramps. And my Gramps was a
I thought
walking
you were saying the lucky part was growing up with you. I
no,
was
fuck
like, no, it's
no.
your
No,
gramps.
I was annoying for like at least half of it. For at least half of it, I was horrible. But when my gramps was there, like, he was the fucking best. Like, he wasn't even trying, and he was always very funny. He was very dry, and he had a very dark humor. He had poems he would read about cremation, the cremation of Sam McGee. Love it. And there's just like
I
a
feel
lot
like
of
we would have hit it off.
you would have loved my Gramps. You would have fucking loved him. He would just walk up the stairs because his apartment, after my Nana passed, we like built an addition off the house. You know, we did that thing and he came and lived with us for like 10 years. And he would come up the stairs and he would be like, back from the dungeon. You know, he was just always doing a bit. Like he always did a bit. So, one of his most infamous bits, anybody in my family, friends that knew him knows this, he would recite top to bottom Edgar Allan Poe, The Raven, on the drop of a dime, like into his 90s. Like it was incredible. He was such a smart man, but that poem is dark. But for me, and if you haven't heard it, it's essentially this man who is like mourning somebody, and then this raven comes sitting at the top of his window and he's like tap tap tap, nevermore,
Yeah.
Lenore, you know? And it's sad, but it's funny and it's heartwarming to me because I grew up with it. Like I just
Yes.
love it. So I always knew I wanted to get a raven tattoo. And if you've listened to the pod before, then you also may know a deep cut that me, my mom, and my little sister have these skeleton ravens in our house that we name Edgar, Allan, and Poe. So it's just like a big family thing. So I'm like, that's one tattoo I'm going to get. I'm going to get a couple others. I'm just going to fucking go with the vibes. I come in and I have a huge book. It's like this. And it was my Gramps' book of poetry. Of Edgar Allan Poe. And I brought it for like just some good energy to bring
Yeah.
with me. And maybe I felt
I
like
love
looking at
that.
it. And I just wanted to have it in the room with me. And when I walk through the tattoo shop, I'm going to the back room where they're going to do the thing. They're going to stone tattoo me with the rock.
A
And
woman.
a woman, and they're like, "Is that a Bible?" I just looked down and I'm holding this super thick brown binded book and I was like, "No." And he was like, "If it is," he was like, "that is fine. I just want to know because we're putting on The Conjuring."
And I didn't want the place to burn down.
And I was like, "No." And he's like, now I'm like back in that place where I'm like, I need to be a cool girl. Like, I need to be cool. Like, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of The Conjuring.
Yeah, like I'm 20 something.
I'm 20 something. I'm
Even 20
cool.
something year old me was afraid of The Conjuring. Like,
Exactly. And they're like, are you okay with that? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I love that. Straight up lied because I just was like, I'm not going to come in
shaking in
here.
her boots the
I'm not
whole
going to come in and be
tattoo.
like, could you put on like, Encanto? Can you put on Encanto for me? That really puts me at ease.
Honestly, the fact that they thought you were like carrying an actual Bible, I feel like I live in like a walkable neighborhood where like, the people try to sell you solar panels and God like
Yeah.
all the time and like
One
local
or the
government.
other. One or the
When I'm
other.
answering the door, I assume it's either one of those serial killers from Netflix, a solar panel man, or a
Mm-hmm.
Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
Nothing against the JWs, but you
I don't
guys
have
love
time.
a stoop, first of all. Get off of it.
And Lauren will chat with you regardless of whether she wants to or not.
Yeah, and I have a Ring camera. Like, I saw you there. I saw you there, and I don't want to come to the door.
Gotcha.
Don't press it.
I'm
It
just
shows
hiding. I'm
me
like,
that you're there before you press it. So, like,
yeah,
I've already made the decision to not open the door. Okay?
exactly.
They don't carry real Bibles. Did you know this? I know
What
you
is
don't
it?
live. They have fucking iPad Bibles
No,
in my
they
neighborhood.
don't.
And
No,
they're
they
like,
don't.
first of all, like, like, I don't know. What kind of battery life are you working with? But they literally have Bible versions apps, I
Wow.
guess. And they will hold up scriptures and read it to you. And I'm like, listen, like you
Things
said,
have
I'm
been
gonna chat.
different ever since the Secret Lives became big.
I literally one day was like, I can't believe you have the Bible on an
I
iPad.
know. Like,
And
you're like, that's actually kind of cool.
the woman just started dying laughing. And I was like, made the
What do you even
JWs
do?
laugh. Bye.
Yeah.
I
Bye-bye.
ignore everyone at my door that isn't my mother until they go away.
100%.
If you're not like my mom, the mail lady, or one of my best friends,
Don't
I'm leaving you on red on the ring. But yeah, they do
100%.
often. So I think it's just so funny that they thought you even. I'm like, does anybody even carry a Bible anymore? You
Right?
know, even
They
the
were,
people
like,
trying
trying
to
to
sell me
suss
the
me out.
Bible.
Like, I came there as, like, a undercover, like, I don't know, Jehovah's Witness.
Honestly, they're probably really going.
They take out the needle, and I'm like, "Gotcha!" And I just
You
come
tap
out, and I'm just
tap your phone onto their phone, and their phone becomes a Bible.
you
I
airdrop them
airdrop
my Bible.
the next time somebody comes to my
Honestly,
door.
if they need a business plan, I think we've got something for them.
Humble brag, I think I have room for the whole Bible on my phone now that I have this new iPhone.
Wow.
Because this new iPhone, unlike my old iPhone, who was like, you can't even take a picture of your
Last month,
grandma.
Nora yeah, it could be your grandma's dying breath, and they'd be like, "Nope,
Like, no photos available or whatever the hell it says.
none there."
Storage unavailable. But this one tells me I have all the storage, no
Oh my
matter what.
god.
So I
I
love
love
her.
that. I love
But
that.
I love that you got more tattoos and that you're going through your midlife crisis right now,
100%.
in the now.
In the
But
now. I'm ruminating. But yeah, I don't know. That's what's going on. I feel like I'm just in this in between where like I'm feeling like summer's ended but fall hasn't started. Like I'm in a purgatory right now.
yeah, I've just been honestly like I've been eating a lot of salami and I
Humble
think
brag.
that that's my transitional food, you know?
Yeah.
I think that a sandwich can bring you to the beach,
Yes.
you know, but it can also bring you, warm inside with
But fridge
debating
deli.
on.
Fridge deli.
But I literally have just been eating a lot of sandwich meat and
Mm.
pickles and olives, and my husband the other day came home, and he was like, "I don't want you to take this the wrong way."
Which
Which,
like
like,
what you're like, now I will. Now I could.
every time somebody says, "I don't want you to take this the wrong way," they
Well,
mean
now I know.
they mean
Now I know
something
you
the
hate
wrong way.
me.
He said, "You smell like an Italian grinder."
It could be worse.
It could be worse.
It could be worse. You're
It could
like,
be
with
so much
hots?
worse.
With
I was like,
hot?
first of all, I'm half Italian,
Yeah.
and they're spicy as fuck, so you're welcome.
You're like,
And I
that's
was
just
like,
what I smell like when I sweat.
that's the nicest shit you've said to me in a while. Get over here.
The thing about Lauren is that she loves an odd compliment. She loves a out of pocket
And
compliment.
I'm always eating like a quarter slice of garlic. So like I don't smell good and I'm not trying to.
No.
There's no amount of that fucking expensive ass deodorant scent that
No.
I wear. What is it even called?
I
Salt
don't
and
even know.
Stone.
Yeah, it comes
Salt
in
and
like a muted bottle.
yeah. And it's like $30 only on the internet.
And they're like,
There's
"I'll
no
barely give you
amount
cancer. Take
there's
it."
no amount of that can cover up the amount of pepperoncini that I have eaten in an afternoon.
I don't know how better we could end than that. I feel like that's it.
Good night, Rudy's.
Good night.
I don't care what time it is. Go to sleep.
Yeah, go to freaking bed.